What's going on, guys? It's Brandon again, and today I'm bringing you a new War Thunder video. Today we are taking a look at the P-51D-5 Mustang, and I'm going to show you guys how to properly ground attack with it. Now before we get started, I really have a couple of things I need to quickly touch on. One, I opened up a new Twitter account, so I'll go ahead and link that to you guys down in the description. There will also be a link to it on my channel banner, of course. You can always just go ahead and click the little Twitter icon on that. I just made it so you guys can keep up. Maybe if it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, then you can just go to my Twitter and check it out, and I'll go ahead and post updates on there about when I'll get the next video out. Now actually I was going to talk about something else, but I decided now I'm actually going to save that for another video. I'm going to upload pretty soon. It's something really important, so I really hope that you guys will take a look at it. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Now you guys are probably wondering, why should I fly the P-51 over, say, the P-47? I mean, the P-47 does have a bigger ammo count, coming in at 3,400 rounds of ammunition. It also has 850 cals compared to the P-51 650 cals with 2,080 rounds of ammunition. Now the reason why I would choose the P-51 over the P-47 is because of its dogfighting and ground attacking capabilities. Now the P-47's problem is it's a tub at lower altitudes. It cannot perform well. The P-51, however, it may not be the best at lower altitudes, but at least it can get the job done more than the P-47 can. Especially when you're going in for a strafing run on a light pillbox, you can pull up a lot faster. Now P-51 light pillbox strafing is pretty much the same as the P-47. Just center up with the light pillbox, make sure you're on the right course, slow up if you have to, and aim for the rim around the top of the light pillbox. It's just like any other plane that I've trained you guys to attack light pillboxes with. Now one thing I did notice, the extra 250 cals on the P-47 do actually help out quite a bit compared to the 650 cals on the P-51. So just make sure that your accuracy is spot on with the P-51. As for a payload, I don't recommend bringing out anything right away. I mean, the Mustang does get 6 127mm rockets, 2 1,000-pound bombs, or 6 114mm M10 bazooka rounds. So I just recommend that you go right out there, you hit the light pillboxes, you eliminate all the pillboxes first before you decide to take out any payload. Because really what's going to happen is when people see a P-51, they automatically think fighter instead of seeing like something like a PBJ. I mean, sometimes with PBJ you do look like a really sweet target, but people might tend to leave you alone. But if they do see a P-51, they do know that's a dogfighter and they will come down and nail you. So I'd rather you be in a situation where you don't have anything slowing down your maneuverability or your speed, and that way you're at your peak potential to dogfight and ground strafe. For the P-51, I really do think it is a squad-orientated plane, so if you're going to do ground strafing, I recommend using more than one P-51, simply because the P-51 can't handle all pillboxes by itself. If you're flying something like the P-47, then you do have a good probability of sweeping up all pillboxes. But like I said, for the P-51, very team orientated. I'm also going to recommend you guys go back and watch my P-51 squad tutorial, and I'll go ahead and link that down in the description if you haven't seen that already. Also guys, what you're about to see in this gameplay is getting ready to get really important here. Now, when you go into a pillbox run with the P-51, like I was saying earlier, it is a very juicy target, so it will tend to bring the fighters down. Now, one thing you're going to have to do, when you hit those pillboxes and you see a lot of people out climbing you and soaring on you, you really need to get the hell out of there. Because what's going to happen is they're going to start coming down, and it's going to create a little bit of a good situation for your team where they'll come down to you and they'll suck all the fighters down low. That way all your fighters are up high. And one thing that I noticed is there's a lot of guys closing in on Drex and I, and we don't normally make this mistake very often, but when we do, it can turn into a really shitty situation. We didn't realize how many people were actually on us, and we got LAs flying all around us. And for a bit there, it actually looked like we were going to have a nice dogfight on our hands and actually take some of these guys out, until I started looking up and my map just started lighting up with a whole bunch of people. And by that time, I'm like, oh god, we're going to have a real big fight on our hands here. So we had to make a decision quite fast. I wanted to go over there and help Drex, so I did. I started turning to go right towards him, then I saw another guy coming in on top of him, and I'm just like, shit, this is getting ready to get really bad. So I go ahead and turn here, and I'm like, okay, time to get out of here. Drex and I made the decision to get out, and I start running, and then Drex is like, Brandon, you got high L10 coming down on you. I turn around, I'm like, oh shit, here he comes! And he sets me on fire, and I'm like, oh god, what do I do? So I go ahead and I roll up, and I make the decision to cut my engine. Now, cutting your engine, you just got to hit I on that, and your engine will shut down. And eventually the fire does go out, which was really astonishing. I was really happy that actually happened. So in all, I ended up gliding down and getting my engine turned back on, and I ended up taking back off. So it actually all really worked out well. Now, the IL-10 ended up getting shot down by somebody else, so that worked out for me, and we ended up sweeping the competition and practically winning this game. So it just goes to show, guys, you gotta watch yourself when you're going in for light pillbox runs. If you're in a shitty situation, go ahead, turn around, and start running. But anyway, guys, I think that pretty much sums it up. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want me to do any planes, and please tell me down in the comments. I still have a few other planes I gotta catch up on and do for you guys, but I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Brandon, and as always, have a nice day.